Welcome to Lost Girl Therapy, where we work on getting you back to you. Today we are talking about shame and change. When we begin to change, when we step more fully into ourselves and we challenge ourselves to become the person that we want to be versus the person that we were, very often we can receive feedback from others that makes us question what we're doing. When we change, the people around us are going to start to notice that we're different from who they know. And the transactions that we have, the interactions that we have with them are going to feel unsettled. And that's mainly because we have patterns of relating. And when we break the pattern, because we've changed the way that we communicate or we've set boundaries and we don't engage in previous behaviors that we typically would, people get uneasy. And when someone is uneasy, they're going to have a reaction. Now, some people might meet you with high defensiveness. This will be a fear response or an anger response. Some people might meet you with curiosity. But no matter what you are met with, the question only lies in how do you begin to articulate with the person what you see, not how do you begin to change who you are. When we receive feedback from others, that gut instinct is going to say, oh no, am I changing for the worse because I'm getting these responses, because I'm getting that high volatility or questioning or kind of like those like sarcastic responses that challenge the growth that I thought I was making? But do not internalize those reactions, because if you internalize them, we are inviting shame back into ourselves, and then we begin to self-doubt. We end up in that spiral where we lower our self-esteem, we question our own judgment, and we question our choices. So instead of internalizing what you're being given, instead try to process it with the person. So if you are having interactions with someone that you are really close with and you notice that when you begin to set boundaries, they become reactive, or they kind of question you, or they make a joke out of it, call attention to it. Hey, I notice that when I say this, you kind of play it off with a sarcastic response. Can we talk about it? And yes, I know that this is challenging. It is not easy to always be overly communicative, especially in the heat of the moment. But even if it means that you need to step away from the situation to give yourself time to process and then come back, it can be a really helpful thing. You just want to give yourself and the other person time to avoid internalization of shame or anger.